So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. So guys, I've got some news for you. So apparently, Devin Haney has offered Shakur Stevenson a 75-25 split. Obviously, this is a fight that's been talked about after, Devin Haney won a controversial but close fight against Lomachenko. And, it looks like the rematch, maybe Haney wants to move on, or maybe the money's not right. So they're looking at another fight, and that's Shakur Stevenson. But it clearly looks like Devin Haney don't want that fight because, Shakur Stevenson isn't going to take a 70-25 split. Now, Shakur said that, he's okay of being the B side in that fight. He understands he's not the A side. He understands that, he'll have to play second fiddle to Devin Haney. But clearly, Devin Haney is not keen on making that fight. Hence why he's come out with a really ludicrous offer. Of 75-25. It's not realistic. It's not it's not something that champion. I know he's not a current champion, but somebody of Shakur Stevenson's level is not going to accept something like that. That would be considered degrading. I don't think. I think Haney's not exactly a massive draw. This is something that Haney has been criticized throughout his career, that although he's a good fighter, he's not really a big draw. So the fact that he's demanding, because of his position from a champion standpoint where he's holding the belts, he feels that he can basically offer Shakur pittance, really. 75-25 is not a great split. Now, I know that if he's a mandatory challenger, I think that's what they get, 75-25. But I don't know if Shakur is mandatory. Shakur just wants to fight as a voluntary. Is he a voluntary challenger? But still, I still think Shakur brings a lot more value than that. Obviously, that clearly shows that maybe Devin Haney is not that interested in that fight, and he knows that Shakur's a big threat. Hence why he's probably not trying to make that fight. And that's why he's offering an offer which he knows that Shakur will effectively turn down. And that will result in him saying, well, look, I tried to make the fight, but, Shakur doesn't want it. And that's what a lot of fighters do. They price themselves out of fights and then they say, look, I made him an offer. Fury kind of did the same with Usyk. However, Usyk called his bluff. So, yeah, that's what I think Haney's doing. I don't think Haney's really interested. I don't think that's a serious offer. I just think it's a case where, Haney knows that that fight's a tough fight. Why take that fight? Might as well fight somebody that's a lot, that's going to be a lot more lucrative and probably not as hard. I think the fight with him and Regis Prograis, I think Haney wins that. I think Haney would beat Prograis pretty handily. That's why I think Haney should go for that fight. Now, if he goes for that fight, will he have to vacate his belts at 135? Who knows? Because that's really... thing is, Haney's in a difficult spot because Haney's not really a big draw. His leveraging power is the belts. Now, if he goes to fight at 140, is there a chance that the belts might be taken off of him? So he's got to make the correct decision, because really the fights at 140, are they very lucrative? Probably not. Maybe the fight with Garcia is lucrative, but Garcia, that'll be a fight for no belt. Like, it could be for a belt if he goes and fights Prograis and beats him. He could probably lure Ryan Garcia in. But at this point, really, if you look at it, the big fights are at 135. You got Shakur there, you got Gervonta there, you got, Tiafimo's moved up. So that, there are big fights at 140 as well. Tiafimo, Ryan's there now. So, Prograis. There are some fights out there for him that you could say that would be big enough fights that would make sense. But 135 still has, the big hitters. Like you've got your Davis, which is be a monster fight, and Shakur. Shakur, is it going to be... Look, I think Haney's in a situation now where he probably could move up as well. And really, maybe he should forget 135, because really the only big money fight at 135 is Gervonta Davis. That's the real big money spinner, if we're being honest. That's the fight that, Haney would probably want, because that's the fight that would pay him the biggest dough. So apart from that, maybe the Shakur fight is a fight that he's going to probably avoid. Although it's a fight that a lot of people want to see, it's probably a fight that, maybe Haney's going to avoid. But I do think the fight between Haney and Shakur is a good fight. Haney could go for the rematch with Lomachenko, but maybe he's just not adding up right now. Maybe it's just not something that they're that interested in. Who knows? But what do you guys make of it? Haney offering Shakur Stevenson 75-25. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.